before I start this video, I just want to announce that I do have new merch, and yeah, it's t-shirts that have my friend's face on it, and you guys probably don't even know who that friend is unless you watch my live streams, and even if you watch my live streams, you don't really know what his face looks like, so this is sort of random. But hey, if you want a shirt that makes your parents hesitate a little bit before they call you downstairs for dinner, well, there's no better place to get one than my merch store. So go ahead and head on over there, and let's get into the video. Thanks to the preview window on my recording software, I know what a failure looks like. The problem is that it's getting easier and easier to spot them in Modern Warfare. Now I know you're gonna say, oh, Boom's complaining about Modern Warfare again. Well, yeah, little Johnny, I'm complaining about a video game again. Are you gonna cry or are you gonna click on a different video? Look, Warzone's 50v50 mode is fundamentally terrible. This is one of the most slapped together game modes I have ever seen. I don't know where to begin with this, so I'm just going to tangent off until I'm bored. So, Infinity Ward, you took portions of your Warzone map and converted them into 50v50 battlegrounds, right? Okay, that would imply that in some way these are curated experiences that should be balanced or have some sort of purpose behind them. Having them just woefully imbalanced, with height advantages on one side without them on the other, and just no objectives around, I have to ask, what the fuck was the point? I mean, if it's just gonna be random and annoying, you might as well, like, take the score and cut it in half so it's only 200 kills to win, and then make it the entire Warzone map if you just want it to be random and shitty. The idea of sectioning off an area implies that you sectioned it off for a reason. If it just plays like random floaty shit, I don't understand. And speaking of floating, and that's a good segue, why is it every time I respawn I have to come in on a parachute, even if I tack insert? I'm sorry, this is just asking for me to get killed before I hit the ground. You realize that snipers aren't that hard to use in this game, and even though I miss about 5 out of 10 times, the sweaty Warzone nerds on the other team don't, and I'd really rather not give them a target every time I died. Every death can equal 3 because I might get sniped off my parachute. Thank you, no. Also, why is there so much of a respawn delay? Do you want this to be a quick game mode or not? Adding a respawn delay and making me parachute in implies you want the game to go on for a while, but the matches are hardly, over 10 minutes. It's just super fast and random feeling. There aren't enough kills to go around in this small little area you selected for your matches. So what I'm wondering is, like, do you want this game mode to be fast? If a Call of Duty player wants something to be fast, they should avoid any game mode with the number 50 in it twice, especially if there's a V in between them. Honest to God, I see zero reason to make these games go by quickly in small areas of the Warzone map that are, again, terribly imbalanced with horribly lopsided terrain. Like, what do you want this to be? And also you have no objective, and dying forces you into a really annoying respawning thing, so nobody wants to die and there's no objective. That's right, it's Team Deathmatch, so what is Team Deathmatch? That's right, a cesspool for campers and window lickers. So what do people do in this here game mode? They sit in the back and they snipe. They snipe, oh boy do they snipe. This is a great game mode for getting easy sniper kills, but like, so was Ground War? So was 10v10? Why is this just basically snipers the game mode? Did you playtest this? Did you have 100 people to playtest this before you released it? Because the strategy everyone will employ is going to be the same. I'm going to hang back with a long range weapon and just tap you from a distance. Which, maybe that's what you're going for, but could you not section off areas that have level terrain? The 2 matches I played of this god-awful game mode, my team was on the bottom side and had to go uphill. And then if they wanted to go anywhere else, they had a giant hill full of enemies watching them. That's like more than an entire Battlefield team hanging out on top of the main mountain on Firestorm back in Battlefield 3. I don't want to walk underneath that. But then even if the terrain is level, shit, what's the point? I mean, I can see why you maybe had trouble selecting areas on your Warzone map, seeing how some of the Warzone areas are ground war maps. And if players had to do 50v50 in these areas, they'd be reminded that, oh, this is just shitty ground war with no point. Infinity Ward, you do realize that you already have a 32v32 game mode, right? That is at least fairly well balanced and plays fairly well. Did you really need a 50v50? Like, you might say, well, it's on the Warzone map. So are the ground war maps. So I don't really get this at all. I mean, should we rename Ground War to Warzone 32v32? I mean, no, because it's not the Warzone map, but technically neither of these. These are sectioned off areas of the Warzone map. Why? Why not just have 100 players go at each other with the entire map? First team to 200 kills wins. It would be a long game mode with no time limit. That's how it should be. These should be large epic battles that feel really cool and unique in the game, but instead, you decided to turn it into, Like, what's the point of this? Again, if you're thinking, well, I want the game mode to be, quick and concise, but again, who is going into 50v50 for quick and concise? Wouldn't you want to go in there for a big epic slug match? Can you imagine 50 people with like rotating spawns? You can actually rotate spawns around the entire Warzone map as you fight each other. That would be super cool. But with this, I can't even push the enemy spawn because they'll just keep parachuting in. So it's not like I can go up and gain an advantage. The game forces me to stay on my side and shoot at them, which I guess that's why our weapons have projectiles in them, but for fuck's sake, what a waste of a game mode. At least, with this crappy design, make it capture the flag, where each side of the map has 3 different flags or 4 different flags that the enemy team has to come and capture and then run back to their side. And then you just double the amount of vehicles on the map, and awesome, you have incentivized people to move their ass. It would be a clusterfuck, it would still be bad, it wouldn't be balanced at all, but at least there'd be something to do and a reason to push the enemy spawn. Maybe have it be neutral CTF, where there's 4 flags in the middle of the map and the first team to 10 wins. You just have to grab it and run it back, how hard is that? Something to get people to move, make the whole thing kill confirmed, I don't know. All I know is that this is not content. This should not be on the Season 4 roadmap, but it is. Season 4 is pretty fucking lackluster, and on top of that, this game mode's an absolute fundamental disappointment. Again, there's so many better ways I could design this, it hurts to think about all of them at once. And I know I've seen a lot of comments recently about how I've been too negative, but to them I say, do you understand how YouTube works? Are you fucking stupid? If you don't want to watch it, don't click on it. Clearly, I'm not having my day ruined over this. I'm making content that's entertaining for people, that maybe they can share their own frustrations with, that they can get a giggle out of. I'm not actually trying to start a revolution here. I'm just saying, ugh, this is annoying. What the fuck? Anyway, I'm gonna go get some sleep so I have energy to review the new DLC weapons, because so far I really like both of them and I have lots of positive things to say. So look forward to that. I will see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.